Ramanan Duraiswami. I'm a retired Army officer. I retired from the Army Medical Corps in 2013. I'm a graduate of the Armed Forces Medical College. I've done post-graduation in pathology, and I worked after my retirement as the head of laboratory services of Fernandez Hospital here in Hyderabad. And then I've taken up a teaching job as a professor of pathology at the Mullaredi Institute of Medical Sciences. How did I get into poetry? First of all, I have published two books, one in 2019 called Pensive Ponderings, and the second, which I have just published recently on the 27th of May, that is called the Covid Chronicles, Lyrics of Lockdown Life and More. Now, I have started writing poetry actually when I was in school, in Springdale School in Delhi. And I found that I had a talent for writing poetry, but over the years, because of professional commitments and other such problems, I did not actually take up writing seriously. However, after my retirement, I was part of a WhatsApp group, and then I kind of rediscovered, encouraged by my wife, who is a very talented lady herself, and she told me that I had a talent for writing poetry because I used to write small poems in our WhatsApp groups just for the fun of it. Then I realized that I had a talent for both rhythm and rhyme, and I had a fairly good vocabulary, so I started writing poems. And this one thing led to another, from writing small limericks to quatrains to sonnets, that one of my batchmates suggested that I actually publish a book of poetry. So my first book of poetry, published by Notion Press, came out in the year 2019. The second one, as I just mentioned, was published on the 27th of May. And this is all to do about poems about COVID-19 and the pandemic situation, particularly as it applies to India. Now, you may be wondering, how could I write so many poems about one subject? Well, I have written these poems because I feel there are many diverse aspects of this disease that is threatening the entire continent, entire planet, actually. And also because I feel that we have to convey a message that this is something that has to be chronicled. What have we gone through? What are the hardships that we are facing as a nation, as a society? And these should be chronicled for posterity so we do not make the same mistakes again. Now, I have also included, I am a singer also, by the way, so I have included the lyrics for a couple of songs which I had written and which I have recorded actually. They're on my YouTube channel. And there are the two popular songs, that is The Sound of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel and The Sinking of the Bismarck by Johnny Horton, both of which are fairly popular numbers. And I therefore wrote the lyrics based on the music of these two songs, and I have put them up on my YouTube channel. And these two lyrics also are forming part of the book. Now, I'm a doctor by profession, and I have also a fair amount of experience in infectious diseases. And so, therefore, I would have a message for my fellow citizens. We are facing a very critical situation. And the only way that we can to fight this virus, is to behave responsibly, to listen to what the government says, to wear masks, to maintain social distancing, to always follow the COVID-19 norms whenever and wherever we are. There are times when people get fed up. They say, let us not wear a mask. Let us not do social distancing. Let us have large weddings with 100, 200 people. Please don't do that. You're not only endangering yourselves, you're endangering society at large, and you're setting our nation back many, many years. Please remember that this pandemic has caused immense damage to our economy. It has driven many people below the poverty line. And we must, as a nation, take responsibility and ensure that we drive out coronavirus, or at least suppress it in our subcontinent. We cannot expect governments to do everything. Yes, we do have certain expectations out of them, but we must strengthen their hand by being responsible citizens ourselves. Always remember what John F. Kennedy famously said: ask not what your country can do for you, but rather what you can do for your country. To all you young authors out there, I have started writing at a fairly old age. I mean, at a middle age. Of course, I'm 65 now, or 3 years down the line. But there is no limit to when and where you can start writing. It all depends on how passionate you are, how much you enjoy writing. For me, it gives me a great deal of pleasure. I can sit down and write a poem just on the spur of the moment, but you have to be motivated by something or somebody. All right. So it is better to always to find a topic, to think, to observe people around you, to observe life around you, and you'll find lots of interesting topics and interesting subjects to write about. And all you have to do is get inspired to write a poem, which is what I always do. I normally don't sit down, yes, today I'll write a poem. I suddenly had this urge within me. Yes, I want to write a poem. So I'll sit down and write it, then I'll polish it, and then I'll bring out a finished product, usually within about half an hour to 1 hour. So enjoy your writing. And again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank NE8x, the sponsors for this Litfest, for doing such a wonderful job for picking up books like mine, which I think should have a very large outreach to many people, and for encouraging writers across the board in various genres for writing whatever they feel and for encouraging upcoming writers. And I wish you, Team NE8X, a wonderful career and wonderful success in whatever you undertake, and I hope you do well. I wish you all the best. Thank you for making me part of your journey. Goodbye. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay at home, and follow COVID 19 norms, please. Jai Hind.